Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Wartales. So, last time we left off in the barony of Poy Corbin in the Ormace County, kind of doing the Skellmar invasion DLC. Now, the whole reason we're here is we're trying to liberate the Brotherhood training grounds that the Skellmar are trying to build into a fortress. The sawmill over here that we kind of took back from the Skellmar had a bunch of craftsmen available, and when we went over to the tomb to free the rest of the craftsmen, they basically told me that they could build me catapults. So in addition from the last area that got me some battering rams, I believe it was, it's been a few days since I played this, I'm going to have catapults for this siege, which is the kind of new battle style that we have to do in this. So with that being said, let's go do the siege for the Brotherhood training grounds because I really want to be able to upgrade stuff. So let's go figure this out, and there's my catapult.
Look at this little marvel. A catapult straight from our sawmill. Godfrey really outdid himself. He's never made one this precise.
Well, it needs to be precise if I'm going to be firing in a battle. Obtain craftsman's strategic skill, catapult.
Oh, you don't know how to use this type of weapon? Don't worry. If the Legion can do it, anyone can. Be bold, mercenaries. Our barony's future is in your hands.
I love how he throws the Legion under the bus here, going, if they can do it, anyone can, when the Legion is what everyone aspires to be. And then goes, now, our barony is in your troops' hands. Once again, going we started from nothing, just a few counties away from here, and now they're going, yeah, you're waging this war for us. Let's do this. So let's fight some Skellmar. I can't preface this enough. I know I've been saying this in the past few episodes. My troops would be having the times of their life in this. Oh, I do get the battering rams. Okay. Because, some of them have been looking forward to doing battles like this the entire time they have been in my troop. Where's the catapult? I guess the catapults aren't here yet? Okay. They're just a thing I can do. So catapult fires a projectile that will land in the area later this round. Requires 20 men. Oh, I can only fire one round. I want to see this. So, and it's not a big projectile. So that's good to know too. Okay. So I'm still going to need to use the battering rams. But I'm going to need to start using the manpower. Gotcha. Or getting more manpower to use the catapults. I'm going to save the catapult for once I break down the door, because I have a feeling it's going to be needed later in this, because if it's anything like the last fight, I have to go through this, and then there's another fight where I have to plant and defend the flag. There's also no allies for me this time around, so I have to get through all of this, the archer towers, and the gate, and then whatever's past that without allies, which, remember, last time was a detriment to me, more than it was helping me. So let's see how to do this. If I have Jiz Liz go, she can hit these three. So I'm going to have Load Trays and Hellera go for the battering ram and go straight for the tower. Lydric can probably do some damage over here. Peham can go for the battering ram. Probably Minel as well. Actually, no. We'll have Hacker to do that battering ram as well. Just because I'm not going to be relying on them on this part of the siege. Alright, so who goes first? Einharjar right there, who's a hammer user. He can break out of that traffic. So I probably want to... Ludian would be a good call. So would... Lydric. I was originally going to have Lydric go, like, over here. But if I have him go, say, right here, he can knock the Einharjar back. And the Elfir. And if they can't get knocked back all the way, they take extra damage. So there's the Elfir down. I do have full Valor points. That was the other thing I didn't quite take note of, because once again, it's been a few days since I played this. I do recording in batches. Final blow on him. That way we get the riposte. I want to know... What's his weapon do again? Deal 60 strength damage to all units if multiple are hit. He'll swing. So he's probably going to try to break out. And then I'm going to get the attack of opportunity with Lydric. I'm fine with ending this turn. I thought he would leave, but I guess not. Attack of opportunity. Still, because riposte, and that looks very painful. Once again, the amount of force needed to shove that sword through someone's ribs, I genuinely don't want to know. Alright, we're going to go at the Scald because I know they can do some damage. We're going to Bandit focus. We're going to Rampage. Oh, I didn't put on his axe. That's a big fumble on my part. I thought I had done that. And she still has a torch. I'll still do this, but yikes, that's a ouch on my part. Like, I could have taken out the Sabertooth because of that. Who's girl? What's his shield do again? Keeps guard even if they have no armor. Can you ignore armor? No, that's not your thing. That's like axes. So let's... Where's Gabine? Okay. So I'm gonna move like right here. An ovation so everyone here gets extra movement. Galvanized gets some valor points back. And I can probably just tie up the Husgirl. Actually, I can hit both of them here with Foulness Bringer. She also doesn't have her shield on. What the hell? I really didn't think much before coming in here. Ending Gabine's turn. Elfir over here wants to go, so I'm gonna do some shenanigans here with Taurus. So Ovation for the riposte over here. Battle Cry so everyone gets more damage. Then we're gonna run up to the Elfir. And he also doesn't have a shield, I see. But at least we can tie them up in combat. Attack of opportunity at least took him out. Then we're going to get him up out of the way. This one might get a little ugly because I don't have many shields or offhand weapons. Towers are going next. So Jiz Liz here. I'm going to have take these 3 out. And this is going to ignore guard. If I move here and run up, that takes these 2 out. Move down to this guy and wrath him. And then we really need to get out of the way of that tower, so we're just going to go up here. Oh, I probably should have interjected there. Or interventioned. Arrow tower did the thing, got me a few valor points. Claresta. Let's take out the Drengar first. Arterial precision. Defensive. Take out Drengar. I'm gonna leave the Sabertooth for someone else, but there's galvanization. Alright, Helera. Getting the battering ram. Load trays. Getting the battering ram. Pushing the battering ram up to the tower so it doesn't shoot again. Then we're gonna crumble it. Ending the battering ram's turn. Beham getting the battering ram. Hackert getting the battering ram. No one set the battering rams on fire this time. I'm kind of surprised. And then I'm gonna see... Oh no, I can only hit one of them, but that's fine. Still hit the Einharjar, hitting the tower. Ending battering ram's turn. Then Manel can come over here. Gonna piercing throw on these 2. That drops both of their guard. Taking out Einharjar. Gonna move to the side. Ending Manel's turn. Gonna take out the Drengar here. Shot on the Sabertooth. Thousand damage. Wow, magic. I guess it did have vulnerability. Shot on the other Sabertooth there if we can manage it. Reload it again. So we're gonna go by Manel here and take out the Scald. And then end his turn. The Inquisitor. Gonna run up to the Huskarl. Pound, which does extra damage to armor. Then Relentless Charge through. One more down. Get out of the way. Pumbaa wants to say hello. Ufalark, bye-bye. I guess not bye-bye, but... Now Loki can come up, say hi to the kitty. Kitty can come over here, engage the Ufalark here. Actually, we're not going to engage them. This is an attack of opportunity if we're engaged. Oh... Hammy. Some damage to the Ufalark here. And charge through. And we can hit this guy. Instant crit because he was engaged. Will to cram. Gachette. Another one down. Go up to the Huskarl here, weakening blow, taking him out. Just the Elfer left, I believe. Who we can take out with Aldous. Pretty easy shot. We'll leave that there. Renos can come on over. Narcissus shot. Ending Grenos' turn. We'll get some people ready to move in. And then last one. No one's on fire. Haven't shot the whatchamacallit yet. Oh, I can't get the battering ram into place there. How about this one? This one we can, but we're going to take a little bit of damage. That's fine. A lot of relationships deteriorating, that's fine. Ending turn. Guess you guys can just get out of the way then. Because this one's not going to realistically get where I want it to. Get people ready to run in. Gonna pop the ovation for the inspiration here. And people should be good. Door breaks. Time to take it. Also, you have to think. How many of them were there compared to the Brotherhood? Or just how good of fighters are these guys technically? Because aren't the Brotherhood supposed to be like one of the best fighters? I can get to the tower. We're breaking the tower. My other battering ram is back here. So I'm not sure that's gonna be a great idea, but we can drop the battering ram now. Can I use these guys? I can use them right away. Alright, then Helera Now let's not do her quite yet. Scald right here. So Jizz Liz, who I thought was going to have inspiration, but I guess not. Take these two out. I can't twist it to have all three in, it looks like, yeah. So Drengar and the Scald, that's about to go. Then we Relentless Charge and go through the Sabertooth. That's 4 down. Next is the Scald up by the boss, and a Huskarl down here. So, what we're gonna do is Piercing Throw the Huskarl. That means no guard. And then Huron Strike. Good old crit, and then we can Wrath. Bleed takes him out, ending that turn. And Load Trez can actually probably take out the Scald. So that's going to be a Slice and Dice. Fragility applied. Rampaging. And down he goes. This is raw material, so we're not going to grab that. Ending his turn. Ooh, willpowered already. Huskarl goes down, though. Einharjar, and then Drengar, who probably goes at Pumbaa. So, tying up the Einharjar here, just so they don't get ideas and go for Manel there. Or they can do that. That works. So another one by the boss, and then Drengar down here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to Wrath on the Einharjar, taking him out. Then we're going to move up to the Drengar. Pound, he goes down, right across the face, probably bent that helmet into his face. And then she can help with some of these house cats by running through them. Yeah, I think I know I have the galvanization there. I don't know why it keeps proccing. Alright, next is Elfir up here by kind of the boss. What I can do is get Weldekram up here. He can Urkashet on the Elfir. That's going to take him down. He has enough strength, and is intimidated, so. And that gets me a little bit closer to taking the boss out, who I am Jarl Theris. I'm just going to Weakening Strike him. That way he does less damage. For when, you know, it's time for him to go. Drengar up by him as well. Helra can take him out. So Pound, because he has armor. Then Weakening Blow on him. Then when he attacks us, I believe we have the shield on that does the attack of opportunity back. And now time for a bit of fun. suppressive fire, seeing what I can take down with Aldous. There's one down. Gonna go over here, shoot to the left. So that's piercing shot. That's at least one down. If I go up by one, I can get a second one down. So let's do that. Recoiling. Ending his turn. Ooh, Inquisitor is dying. Got a stupid plan. Okay. Yeah, Bean, I believe, has first aid. So healing Inquisitor. Then we're gonna go up, take the Ufalark up here, this way. They can't run down and do anything. Then Ovation for the Riposts up here. And we'll just galvanize to the point. Oh, you really want to go at Weldacram there. Which I'm fine with. As long as they didn't go down towards Aurea. Who's scroll next? Ooh. Okay. Claresta. Let's have some fun. Arterial precision. Arterial burst. Or opportunistic burst, rather. Who goes next? I don't know. But we can run over to the Einharjar. I haven't used the Trophy of Legends, so why can't I use it? That's a little odd, but okay. Well then. Hammy, let's take out the Einharjar. And I believe we can come over here and run through the Ufalark. Yeah. Ending his turn. Pumbaa, let's go to the Ufalark there, and then we have this side to take out yet, which is fine. So Ludian. Drengar. Let's rampage him. Kind of surprised he stood up, but we got that extra attack of opportunity. And Huskalar. Hunt Strike. Getting a lot of points for that one. Loki can come over, hit the Huskalar here. Got a crit because they were engaged. You're not engaged, so we can't do Angry Evasion, but we can get the deflection at least. We'll do that just in case. Pumbaa, go on from behind here, because I have a little bit of a plan. Because next we can do Lydric and hit these two, and then they can't get knocked back. So when I do this, one down, this guy takes extra damage from not being knocked back. And then we wrath him. And for all intents and purposes, we run up and just take the flag. I'll repair his armor, ending all Lydric's turn. I wanted Signong, because he can make Scruffy do an attack if nothing else here. Taming Arrow on Honey as a just in case. We're also, you know, I might as well get the bleed off of her. I know I need to get that off of Manel. I think I can do that with Julin. Yeah. Getting the raw materials with Julin. And she can't go too much farther. Okay. Grenos, I have a very good shot. So taking out Jarl. Can raise the flag. We're going to aim, and we're going to take out the other guy there. Ending Grenos' turn. Taurus. Let's just end this. Raising my flag. And that gets me an extra turn, I believe. There's 8 enemies. Okay, Sabretooth on the right goes first. I kind of wanted to see about doing something about the tower, but that can wait. I think I can get a multi-shot going here. I can hit all 3 of them with Aldous. So that is more than just a Sabretooth down. So that's these 3 that came on the right side. Aldous moves over to the right or left. Oh, I can't use suppressive fire on him. It can be used once a fight. I thought this was only... I thought the bravery moves were just locked to once a turn. That is very good to know. Okay. I should have just gone to the battering ram then. Okay, Lydric can actually probably take out the Einharjar here, because he can't get knocked back. Extra damage onto the Huskalar. And then just move down a bit, ending his turn. Elfir wants to go. We can take him out with Manel. Actually, we'll be safe to do it with Claresta. Precision. He's down. Ending her turn. Skald wants to go. That is easily a Weldecram Urkashet. 1 enemy left. That's the Ulfalark down there. So we're going to slam, or pound rather. And when we charge through, he's down. That's the fight. Didn't need to take out the tower. Ooh. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but two-handed axe with cut in 2. Damage increased by 20% against targets without armor. Fatal blow. Oh, that's the one that I can if it's a fatal blow, I can reuse the skill that round. That's actually kind of good one if for whatever reason I pick up another axeman. We got a few level ups this time. So Weldocram hit level 12. This was one I was a little iffy on. Damages all enemies in the area for 10% of their maximum health, knocks them back by 6 meters. Any enemy knocked back by an ally is dealt an attack of opportunity by that ally. So not only does it deal damage to them and knock them back if I need them to do that, but then if they're locked in combat for whatever reason, they get a attack of opportunity. I mean, that seems decent, yeah. But then on the flip side of that, I could go Guard Breaker with him, and then his Ricochet totally ignores armor, which would be nice. Or I could get Valorous Duel again, which he just becomes kind of like the others where he generates so much points. Julin hit level 12. She gets Exhort, which unit and all allies in the area gain Zeal, which is critical hit and critical damage increased by 30%. That is one I actually think I want. Because if everyone's grouped up for like a big boss fight, and then I pop that instead of like, you know, Aldous' one, suddenly I'm doing critical hits galore because instead of a 30% critical hit, I have a 60%, and I'm doing 80% extra damage, and that's on almost everyone. And I'm gonna start tearing people to shreds, because instead of doing like 300 damage, I was doing magic's 1,000. I think I'm gonna do that with Julin and get Exhort. I'm just having a harder time justifying Weldocram's Deafening Roar when I can get Guard Breaker. So I'm going to get Specialization there, specifically for Guard Breaker because he has Ricochet. And then I can upgrade this once I get the thing from the Brotherhood. Scruffy hit level 11, we're going to put that all into Strength. At level 12 they get new move. Honey hit level 11, so we're going to put all that into Strength again. Ponied Up hit level 11, so we're going to put all of that in Constitution for carrying weight. I'm going to see if they let me repair anything in here. Otherwise, I'll repair with the materials I have, just because repairs are a little wonky here. And then I am definitely healing the 2 people who need it. Oh, I might not... They'll probably repair this place.
We've done it. Mercenaries. Poy Corbin is free.
Yeah, it is.
I can't believe it. All of us suffering all of those horrors. And now we've emerged victorious.
Well, congratulations. I might not have used the catapult, but that's because it used so many of resources that I just don't have right now.
Promise made, promise kept. The Allman Sawmill will continue to provide you with its finest catapults. I also have a more personal gift for you. Just my way of thanking you for all that you've done for us.
A bush hammer. So I want to see what the bush hammer is. I wish I would have used the catapults, but I just couldn't justify it because I only have the 34 manpower, and you see here that I lose right now at least 3 military manpower at every rest. And if I put myself in a spot where I have none, I didn't want to see what it did and then be in a bad spot. Okay, so bush hammer has a chance to produce construction materials or repair materials during a rest if assigned to the workshop. Okay, so we'll make that.
Now that the barony has been liberated, the merchants will return soon. I'm long overdue for a halfway decent new outfit.
Yeah, you kind of are, dude.
I miss the mercenaries from the Brotherhood. Without them around, the barony of Poy Corbin is a pretty dull place.
Well, maybe they'll come around. You can always hope, right?
The Brotherhood would never agree to come back under these conditions. The walls are barely holding together. Our order would be more than happy to rebuild it all, as long as you provide us with the necessary resources. It will be difficult to retake Ormance without the mercenaries of Gothenburg.
I mean, I'll happily do that. I have the materials. Hey, there we go.
The Broker Council has tasked me with assisting you. Gothenburg is eager for trade in Ormance to resume.
Alright, so what do they get me? +5 military manpower per rest, but -5 rations. And I get 7 rations a rest. And I get 15 construction materials a rest. So, yeah, that's
has tasked me with assisting you.
more than manageable. Or I could get 2 valor points a rest for -15 influence. In an emergency, that could be really, really good. But we're definitely doing the manpower. That way I can use the catapults in future fights. And
If your company is going to take on the Skellmar, it can't be carrying any dead weight. Each of you must be at the very peak of their skills.
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm coming to you. First of all, skill book. I actually should have stolen that, but we're upgrading guard breaker here, so all attacks ignore all of the enemy's guard. That way, Ricochet does a critical max damage hit through all guard. Yes, please. I don't really care if I get wanted. I'm stealing the skill books. Oh. And, gonna take one of the Wraths. Run. And first aid. I'll pay for those later, I'm sure. And then we're gonna upgrade a few things. So, the first thing on the agenda is Jizliz. Theft and Fortified House, really? You got me for that? So I need to keep around 1,800 gold. Duly noted. I actually kind of want to upgrade Faithless if I can. I'm going to see about that first. But then let's go for Narcis's bow. The bows are kind of carrying me right now. And they're due for a little bit of a upgrade. So let's see here. I can't upgrade the throwing axes, so that's good to know. But the bows, little spendy. Only one upgrade on each, mind you. Oh, what level is
Your company is going
Grinos?
to take on
11.
The Skellmar.
So from level 9 to 10, 11. Alright.
If your company is going to take on the Skellmar,
So you get Narcis's bow, and I probably need to put oils on that at some point. Aldous gets Indomitable one. I need to re-put these shields on people and other accoutrements, so you get Rampart, which I really should upgrade at some point, but that can wait. Let's do Nepti's. No. Is there anything else that's really falling behind? Yeah, Ludian's axe. There we go. Okay. Sell a few junk things so I have the money to do this. Alright, so let's start with Devotion. I can upgrade this to 11. Splitter we can upgrade a bit.
if your company is going to take on the Skellmar.
Alright, that seems to be that. Let's head off, and hopefully I don't get hit by the guard too bad. So, this is doing everything it can for me, so I probably need to go back into Bellistan so I can go to this middle place, seems to be the play. And we didn't get all the upgrades I wanted, but we got a good amount. And the only reason I didn't upgrade more, because I do have more gold, is because of how much I stole to get my suspicion up. Hey, crude key, I wonder what this is for. Oh, we need to cross this bridge, which we need 30 repair materials for. And now it's fine and dandy. I don't think we'll be running into any guards in the occupied area. Wait.
Hiding amongst the Skellmar to escape the guard. That could have been a great idea. Too bad we were hired to find you.
What? I thought you guys wanted to, like, talk. Wow, okay. This I was not expecting. Like, I'm fully willing to pay that stuff because, you know, whatever. I was just not expecting them to charge from, like, nearly off-screen map to come and get me once I was in a different baronry. Also, once again, I want to fully state this. How did they get that bounty out on me 2 baronries away this quickly? It's been hours, not days. It's been like 8 hours. So they had to put out a bounty, get a rider out 2, not just 1, but 2 baronries away. I had to build the bridge to get here, meaning no one else could have gotten here until I built this bridge. And then they got this group in hostile countries to come and hunt me before I got here because they were way further out than me. Please make this make sense. I'm fine with it being game mechanics. Please make this make sense. I'll pay him. We have the money.
Everything looks good. Pleasure doing business with you.
Now please tell me I still have the stuff. So I wanted to use half the stuff anyway, and since we haven't, like, gone and done any repairs, I totally spaced on this, but let's repair some stuff. Anything that needs like 40 or more repairs, I'm gonna repair. 62 repair for 1. 2 repairs, 3 repairs for all of that. Wow. Okay, everyone's repaired. Now I know I bought some of this stuff for a reason. You know, let's upgrade Armor Breaker. If an attack from this unit destroys an enemy's armor, they gain brutality and inspiration. That means if pernicious engagement or weakening blow, for whatever reason, whatever attack I use first destroys armor, or their attack of opportunity destroys armor, they gain brutality and inspiration to double movement on their next turn. I'm gonna grab the upgrade for Final Blow on Lydric. This way, if he already has Riposte, the damage from his Riposte is upgraded by 50%. Gonna upgrade Hackert's Poison Vial because we already have that on Theham. This applies vulnerability to anyone he poisons that is already poisoned, with Poison Vial, of course. Upgrading Fury for Signong, I think. Yeah. We're gonna upgrade Signong's attack. This way, when he makes an allied animal attack a target, they gain Fury, and then strike him, dealing more damage with that strike, more likely to take someone out. And then I have Run, which I was going to give to Ludian, so he can get into place easier. First Aid to Taurus, so he can heal people. And then Wrath to Wildecram, so he can finish people off if he hasn't already. Okay, we're good. Pricks. Oh, that's actual Skellmar now. Burn down village. Fortified house. Let's check this out.
If we don't hide the bodies, we'll be putting our whole hideout in danger.
What, and hide our victory? The Skellmar need to see what we're capable of.
But that's the whole problem. When they see their friends strung up here, they'll do anything to avenge them.
I do actually see both sides here. They want to say, hey, if you come here, you're gonna die. But then the actual military is going, but you don't realize how many Skellmar there are. You really don't. I agree with you. Let's scare off the little bands. But what happens when a big band comes?
I'm not going back to camp until every one of these rats is hanging from the beams of this bloody farm.
Well then, I guess we all just sit here until the light calls us home, because there's no way I'm letting you put my companions in danger. Mercenaries, say something. You know this kind of work.
Yeah. Wait. Hiding the bodies. Shouldn't this be flip-flopped? So, hiding the bodies sides with the farmers. And we get construction materials? No. So, hiding the bodies sides with the military, and we somehow get construction materials, but hanging the bodies sides with the farmers, and I get military might. This makes no sense to me, because if I were to hang them, you'd think the farmers would give me their construction materials that they can help with, whereas hiding them, these guys would be more likely to help me. I'm running low on the construction materials, but I get a lot of them, whereas I don't get the military manpower. And I can help out the farmers if more come, so let's hang them to scare off the little bands. Or should I be stupid and say spare them?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Forget what they just said, and let's continue.
I'm not going back to camp.
Well then, I guess we all just sit here
Yep,
until the light calls
let's
us
continue our conversation over here.
home. You put my companions in danger. Mercenaries, say something. You know this kind of work.
And then just resets the conversation, right? So let's hang them. It gets me the military manpower that I'm going to need later.
I knew it. Nothing beats good old-fashioned intimidation.
So I want you to realize this is only going to help with the small little bits of war bands, and only going to help with the large ones if I am here.
The Skellmar aren't ready for what I've got in store for them. If you can get me some rope, I promise we'll make quick work of it.
Here it is.
Such efficiency, mercenaries. You can count on us to follow your example.
I guess they join me, and that's military might.
Exactly as I imagined it. A true vision of horror. We could use more allies like you. Why not come and meet us at the bandit camp?
Ah, bandit camp. Well, let's take what we can get from here. Some alcohol, some mushrooms, and leave that little grisly sight to be. Now, bandit camp up here. Oh, this will be useful later. Bandit camp. Probably up here. But let's keep exploring down here for now. Let's see where the road takes us. Or, you know, we got a rest, coincidentally. So Aldous, let's see here, has this bush hammer now, so construction materials or repair materials during a rest if assigned to a workshop. So once I leave Skellmar, I'm going to have to remember to change things out. That is going to be the difficult thing. You're still working on that legendary weapon. I don't think I can make really much food, right? I mean, I can, but it's really not much. Okay. So, let's do what we can here. Not eat the delicious pork, just the normal pork stew. I still need 40 food after I put on all of my meals. Ain't that lovely? They need some booze, so I'm going to give them the glog and some rum. And then, hey guys, we have some dried fish. You like dried fish, right? Good, because you're going to be tired of it by the time I'm done with you. Do want to double check some stuff here. Gonna throw on the carcasses for more leather because I went through it like crazy. Just making some throwing weapons. 2 military manpower. That's gonna add up quickly, ain't it? Okay, going to the tavern after we talk to Ludian. Oh, this is new. Now, this is a little graphic. Ever since we saw that devastated village, I can't think of anything else. I want to catch those brutes who did it and drown them in their own fluids. YouTube friendly, folks. Trying to be YouTube friendly. So I can train and get Ludian even more strength for minus 20% aptitude and minus 2 happiness. He can drink to withdraw from the group and try to drown the memory in alcohol. It requires beer. He will get the nightmare status after arrest. Happiness earned by the troop is reduced by 5, so that's even worse than the training. Or he can train, spend the night practicing and thinking about death. Lovely. So I'm noticing this a lot about the Skellmar invasion. There are a lot of opportunities to get aptitude points. However, that being said, a lot of them are draining fatigue. So be very careful about the foods you use if you are short on things that give buffs, and lean more into the things that just give flat food. Because if you don't know where you're going, like me right now, and you get a lot of stuff like this, I really don't want that nightmare status. I don't really care about the valor points. And then the only other thing I have available to me gives minus happiness and minus fatigue. Now the aptitude point is amazing, so I'm going to take it. But then I start with fatigue. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to dump that into strength. So he has 64 strength. I think the last time I did this as well, like, really, devotion only gives plus 29 strength. I want to check something here quick. Yeah, Splitter does give a little bit more, but I'm kind of surprised. I thought they'd give a little bit more. Just because Magic here has insane dexterity. But I guess that's because of the crossbow here. But like Magic was getting points. Everyone everywhere else is getting some kind of a aptitude point, but I'm getting a lot of minus fatigue because of it. So just be wary once you get into the Skellmar stuff, if you're actually playing this, that you're going to have a lot of choices to make. A lot of like fatigue, or do you want some nasty statuses, or even traits. So I do want to point that out. I've been kind of skipping over some of it, and not recording it, blah, blah, blah. But that one in particular, I'm not going to cut out. Be wary of that. But this one's going a little long, once again. I'm not sure how much of the like selling stuff, training stuff, like once I did the season in the Brotherhood, I'm going to cut out. But I'm going on an hour 15 minutes right now. So I'm going to end this one here. Next time, I'm just going to kind of scout the Baronry of the Isle. This is actually the one that has the ghost hunt. So I want to do that in the next episode. And then I want to go and do this little section. So that's what is on the agenda for next time, and we'll leave it there. So as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please have a good one.